Hello students, welcome back to the chemistry online class and we were discussing about the one of the chapters of organic chemistry, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. Okay, and also we were discussing about the chemical properties of the haloalkanes and haloarenes. In the chemical properties we were discussing about the nucleophilic substitution reactions of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Okay, what is the meaning of nucleophilic substitution reaction? We have studied it. There will be a bond between carbon and halogen. Okay, and it will be partially polar in nature, partially positive and partially negative, and hence to any of the carbon atom, any of the nucleophile electron-rich nucleophile can come and attack. Hence, this bond will be broken as what? Halide ion. About this we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, these are called as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, and the nucleophilic substitution reactions can follow the paths, mechanisms called SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism. Okay, in the previous class we have studied what is SN2 mechanism, how that is done, and information regarding the SN2 mechanism we have studied by taking the methyl chloride and aqueous KOH as an example. Reaction of methyl chloride and KOH as an example. Okay, and today let us study the one more reaction mechanism, that is SN1 mechanism. This is what? SN1. SN1. What is SN1 mechanism? Nucleophilic substitution unimolecular. Nucleophilic substitution unimolecular. Got it? Okay. Let us study this mechanism by taking an example, that is reaction of 2-bromo-2-methyl propane with aqueous KOH. In the SN1 mechanism, any of the protic solvents can be used, and here as an example we have taken potassium hydroxide as a solvent. Okay? Yes, 2-bromo-2-methyl propane. Let me write the reaction first. Reaction of 2-bromo-2-methyl propane. Okay, 2-bromo-2-methyl propane, the common name is nothing but tertiary butyl bromide. Reaction I am writing CH3C Br CH3C. Okay, plus KOH. It is what? Aqueous KOH. This OH minus being nucleophile, it attacks here and it leaves as a bromide ion. Okay, it forms what? CH3 OH plus what? KBr. Okay, what it is? Tertiary butyl bromide, or also we can write it as 2-bromo-2-methyl propane. Okay, then what does it form? Tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, tertiary butyl alcohol. Now, okay, this is the reaction. Now let us study how the path of the mechanism will takes place. Okay, first you write down this reaction. Okay, then write the heading as mechanism, side heading. Now we have written the reaction. Now we are writing the mechanism involved in the particular reaction. Okay, this mechanism includes two steps, unlike SN2. Okay, SN2 mechanism involves only it is a single step mechanism, where the attack of nucleophile and detaching of the halide ion takes place simultaneously at the same time. But here it contains the two steps. Okay, step number one, formation of carbocation. What is the meaning of carbocation? As I have studied in the first PUC, carbon atom bearing the positive charge is called as carbocation. Okay? Yes. What is the reactant we have used? CH3 Br. Okay? See. This tertiary, in the tertiary butyl bromide, breakage of this carbon halogen bond takes place. See, only one the reactant I have written here. Okay, if the breakage of that bond has taken place, plus Br minus, it has taken the shared pair of electrons with it. Therefore, it is what? Br minus. but it is in deficiency of the electrons now. Therefore, I will write the positive charge near this carbon atom. Okay, and write the positive charge near the carbon atom. It is what? Positive charge. Got it? Then what it is? Carbocation. Which carbocation? Tertiary carbocation. Got it? This is the first step. Okay. Okay. I write down the step. Okay. Next. Second step. Step 1. Step 2. Okay. Second step is what? What should I attack now? Nucleophile. Then the second step is attack of nucleophile. Okay. See, instead of writing this, I'll write it like this: 1 CH3, 2 CH3, 3 CH3, methyl group, and here carbon. Why I have written this? Because now, after the removal of halogen, it has attained the planar structure. It is planar in structure now. The tertiary carbocation is planar in structure. I mean, planar means what? Here the carbon atom, one methyl group, another methyl group, another group. All the methyl groups and carbon atom lies in the same plane. Okay. Second one, same right here. CH3, 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 and positive charge. Nucleophile. From where the nucleophile has come now? It has come by the KOH. KOH undergoes polarization to give K plus and OH minus. In aqueous medium, it will undergo ionization to give a K plus and OH minus. This OH minus is what? Our nucleophile. Okay? Okay. Now, see, as I have told, this is planar in nature. Okay? Carbon atom, methyl group, methyl group, methyl group. The incoming nucleophile can attack from the back side of the carbon atom or from the front side of the carbon atom. Yes, sir? Yes. This was not the case in case of SN2 mechanism. What happened? In the SN2 mechanism, the molecule was like this. Here halogen was there. There was no way for the incoming nucleophile to attack from this. Therefore, it has attacked from the back side. Then the configuration has turned like this. Got it? But here it is a planar molecule, so therefore the incoming nucleophile can attack from the front side of the carbon atom, from the back side of the carbon atom. Got it? Okay. Now the incoming nucleophile can attack the positive center. See, what does it form? CH3, 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 OH. It forms the product, okay? Tertiary butyl alcohol. See, this is the second step. Got it? Okay. Now, out of these two steps, the first step is the slow step and the second step is the fast step. Okay? Generally, when we will be deciding the rate of the reaction, we take the slowest step among all the steps. Here only two steps are there. Between these two steps, the first one is the slowest step and second one is the fast step. Therefore, first step is the rate determining step. Remember, in the SN1 mechanism, first step, that is formation of carbocation step, is the rate determining step, as it is the slow step. Got it? And the rate determining step, the rate of the reaction depends only on the concentration of the alkyne halide. Means only one molecule is taking part in deciding the rate of the reaction. Therefore, it is called as unimolecular reaction. Got it? Okay. And here, as the nucleophile can attack from the front side of the carbon atom as well as from the back side of the carbon atom, if the nucleophile attacks from the front side, then the retention of configuration takes place. If the nucleophile attacks from the back side, then the inversion of configuration takes place. In the previous video, we have discussed what is the inversion of configuration. Okay, now retention of configuration means there is no change in the configuration. Got it? Okay. Then in the SN1 mechanism, the some of the molecules can undergo the retention of configuration, some of the molecules can undergo the inversion of configuration. Hence, at the end, there will be a mixture of both inverted configurations and retention configurations. Got it? Therefore, in SN1 mechanism, what will take place? Racemization. Okay? Racemization. Some will undergo retention, some will undergo inversion. Therefore, the mixture of all will result at final. Therefore, racemization of configuration takes place in the SN1 mechanism. Got it? You write this mechanism, then we'll note down some of the important points regarding the SN1 mechanism. Yes, the points about the SN1 mechanism. Okay, you can write that note. Okay, first point, it is a two steps mechanism. As you can see, it is a two steps mechanism. Okay, and to tell about its order, it follows first order kinase. What is the order of the SN1 mechanism? SN1 mechanism, it is a what? First order. It follows first order kinase. Third one, here inversion as well as retention means here racemization. Racemization takes place. Racemization takes place. Okay. Fourth one, the order of reactivity of alkyl halides is. Okay, the order of reactivity depends upon the stability of the carbocation formed in the first step. In the previous, and we have the knowledge that the tertiary carbocation is more stable than the secondary carbocation, which is more stable than the primary carbocation, isn't it? Therefore, the order of reactivity of the alkyl halide is tertiary alkyl halides. Okay, tertiary alkyl halides are more likely to undergo SN1 mechanism compared to secondary, compared to primary. Okay, or methyl halide. Okay, this is the order of reactivity. Okay, and lastly, yes, either SN1 or SN2. What is the order of alkyl halides? Okay, means here in the SN2 mechanism I have taken alkyl chloride as an example. In SN1 mechanism I have taken alkyl bromide as an example. But out of alkyl chloride, alkyl bromide, alkyl iodide, alkyl fluoride, which will undergo fast, either SN1 or SN2. See, alkyl iodides can undergo the SN1 or SN2 mechanism fast compared to alkyl bromide, and then alkyl chloride, and then alkyl fluoride. Okay, this order is followed by both SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Okay, these are some important points regarding the SN1 mechanism, and this order will be followed both by the SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Okay, this completes the discussion of SN1 and SN2 mechanisms. Okay, and these are the marked as important here. If it is asked, it will be asked for 3 marks. SN2 asked, that will be asked for 2 marks. Okay, hope this SN1 mechanism is clear for you. First, if it is asked, you have to write the reaction what I had written, and the two-step mechanism you have to write. And these are some points to be remembered regarding the mechanism. of the things will continue in the next class.